Big breaking news here at CBS Sports HQ. We have been waiting forever, and now our NFL insider Jonathan Jones confirming it. Aaron Rodgers will be a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers. According to JJ, he plans to sign a one-year deal with the Steelers ahead of next week's veteran mandatory minicamp. The wait is over. Future Hall of Famer, according to JJ, will now officially continue his career in Pittsburgh. There's so much to dive into here, so let's bring on two of the best. We're going to have a lot of experts to break this down here. Pete Prisco, Bryant McFadden. Pete, we have been waiting for I don't even know how long for this to get done. I guess your reaction now that JJ says you're praying to the football gods, it is official.
Yeah, and it's official, and it should have been official a long time ago. But look, Rodgers does things on his own timetable. He's going to get in there before the start of minicamp, which is the smart thing to do. He can spend the month and a half learning the offense, and he'll be just fine. I'm not worried about that. And by the way, Rodgers played well in the second part of the season last year. In the final 7 games, he threw 13 touchdown passes and 4 picks. He finished the season with 28, tying Josh Allen. That's more than Patrick Mahomes. That's more than Jayden Daniels. That's more than Justin Herbert. It's more than a lot of quarterbacks last year. So Pittsburgh, desperate to get a quarterback. They found their guy, one-year deal, makes all the sense in the world, and they had to do it.
I echo everything you laid out for us, Pete. I think the most annoying part was the waiting game. But I know, Pete, we've been going back and forth with this potential Aaron Rodgers-Pittsburgh Steelers relationship, and we both said the same thing. The way they went about their business, I'm talking about the organization with the Pittsburgh Steelers, the way they went about this Aaron Rodgers courtship, it felt like they knew he would eventually sign with them. It was just when he was ready to do so. And I'm okay, because to your point, minicamp is right around the corner. He's already stated he will participate in minicamp. He will have every opportunity to be as acclimated with this new offense as possible as they get ready for training camp. And he's a better quarterback option than the current quarterbacks they currently have on the roster as we see it today. So this makes all the sense in the world for either side, especially if you're Aaron Rodgers and you want to play one more year. This is a team that wanted you the most. They will give you a starting opportunity, and they still potentially could add another veteran receiver to the offense to improve the wide receiving unit as we see it right now, which Aaron Rodgers probably would love also.
So, B-Mac, let me ask you this. From a former player's perspective, taking a look at the locker room perspective and how he fits in with his team, I mean, as both of you said, it has been very annoying waiting this long for him to make a decision. And if I'm on that team, I wouldn't know who my quarterback is. Since he will be there before mandatory minicamp, all of this other hubbub leading up to it, if he shows up, if he's with the team, if he does the preseason games, can we wash all of that under the rug and start anew come the first game of the season?
Amanda, I think that is washed under the rug right now.
Okay.
Because if I was a veteran player playing on the defensive side, hearing about this Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh Steelers relationship and not seeing anything come to fruition, no question you will feel some type of way. But hearing the news now is like, oh, let's go. Now you're excited. Now you're excited because he will be there in terms of anything mandatory. That's important. He's willing to be there because I feel like, Pete, Amanda, if Aaron Rodgers wanted to wait until mid-July, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers would have been okay in doing so. But he's saying he's making it known today so he can be there on the grass with the guys for minicamp. So if you're a veteran player, no question, you felt some type of way, but that is thrown out of the window knowing he's made it known that he will be a Pittsburgh Steeler. He's ready to get on the grass and try to put his hand in the plow to hoist the Sticky Lombardi.
Well, I mean, they spent the entire offseason watching Hamburger Helper play quarterback, and now they're getting filet mignon. So, of course, they're happy about it. I mean, if you saw Mason Rudolph and Will Howard were going to be your quarterbacks, and you know that they weren't going to win games. They just were not going to win football games. Mike Tomlin's streak of not having a losing season was over if they play with those guys. They all knew it. The players knew it. They were waiting on Rodgers. Rodgers comes in there. All of a sudden now, they're rejuvenated. And once you walk into the building, you're part of the the team, and he comes in with skins on the wall. If he was just a guy that didn't have a Super Bowl, didn't have MVPs, not the same thing. But he comes in and commands the room right away. They need not worry about that at all. They finally have a quarterback.
Pete, I've been searching, and unfortunately, I have not been able to Google fast enough your off-season grades for the Steelers. Do you remember what they gave them or what you would give them?
Well, I mean, look, they trading away Pickens, they had to do it because he didn't fit in with what they wanted to do. Getting Metcalf, they probably gave up too much, but now we know why they did it, because they were going to trade away Pickens. So, look, they've made some good moves in the offseason, but none of it would have mattered if they weren't going to have Rodgers playing quarterback. And now they have him, and it all matters. And now all of a sudden, that division's a whole heck of a lot tougher. When you look at the division as a whole, it was the Ravens and the Bengals, and then the other two teams were at the bottom. Well, now, if Rodgers plays like he did down the stretch, the Steelers are now in that equation as well. That's what Rodgers has done for the Steelers. They knew it. That's why they were patient and waited.
B-Mac, how do you think he's fitting into the roster where it stands now for the Steelers?
I think he will fit in rather nicely because he's walking into a situation where, yes, they need him at the quarterback position, but this is already has been known to be a prestigious organization. Remember when he went to the New York Jets 2 years ago? He instantly became the biggest figure in the building, a part of that team since we've seen in quite some time. When he goes to Pittsburgh in the facilities there on the south side, you're not the biggest personality in the building. That's the organization is, and when you walk up to the second floor, you make that right off the elevator, you make that next left, you walk around the roundabout, you see 6 glossy, shiny, sticky Lombardis. That's already there. The Jets didn't have that. They've been clawing and reaching in and wanting for some type of relevant success. The Pittsburgh Steelers, granted, postseason-wise over the last few years, Pete, they've been below average, but they still have history and tradition when you talk about winning trophies. So Aaron Rodgers understands that, not to mention there's been a mutual football love between Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin. And with that football love, there's a mutual respect for both sides as well. I think that will actually help Aaron Rodgers fit in rather nicely, understanding and knowing this is an organization that has an abundance of tradition, history, and he respects and he loves Mike Tomlin.
All right, so both of you guys so far, thumbs up on all of this, but it has to turn into success. When he went to the Jets, it was, this is going to be, they're going to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to get to the postseason, they're going to do well. That obviously did not happen. There's a reason that Aaron Rodgers is now with the Steelers. When you look at these two rosters, Pete, can he find success with this Steelers team that he didn't with this Jets team that was, when you first looked at it, very talented?
Well, they can be a playoff team. I don't think they can be a Super Bowl team with him right now. I just don't like the Steelers the way they're constructed. Remember, this is a team, when you look at them on the surface, what have they done well over the course of their history? They've run the ball, they've played good defense, they've rushed the passer. Well, they didn't do a lot of that last year, any of it, in fact, and that was a problem. So unless they take major strides forward running the ball, take major strides forward getting the quarterback on the ground, I think there's going to be some problems. But
Rồi, vậy là mình đã hoàn thành xong được con cá heo màu xanh này rồi. Chúc các bạn làm thành công và hẹn gặp lại các bạn ở những video tiếp theo nhé. Bye bye. Hello, xin chào tất cả mọi người. Hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn gấp một con cá voi màu xanh dương như thế này nhá. Bây giờ các bạn vào làm cùng mình luôn nhé. Rồi, ok. Để bắt đầu vào làm thì các bạn sẽ chuẩn bị cho mình những dụng cụ như sau. Ở đây mình có chuẩn bị một tờ giấy màu xanh này. Tiếp theo các bạn sẽ chuẩn bị cho mình một cây kéo, một cái bút chì, một cái thước, cuối cùng là một cây súng bắn keo nhé. Rồi bây giờ mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn vào làm này.